What's up, buddy? It's what Jim, and it's a movie review for the latest film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is Black Widow. And that being said, let's get started with the good. So we'll start off with the story for the good. So I thought the story was very good in my opinion. I don't think it was anything too unique, but I still thought it was very enjoyable. And that's really all I'm going to say for the story. There were some problems with it, but we'll talk more about them in the bad for the film. But I thought the action was done very well. It's some of my favourite action in the MCU. I really enjoyed all those action scenes. I thought they were very fun and definitely put you on the edge of your seat at times. And I thought the characters were great as well, mainly with Elena and Red Guardian. I wasn't expecting much from them, but I thought that they were really hilarious characters, and they were just scene stealers when they came on. I also really liked Milena as well. I thought she was very good. And also, I think Black Widow, she's my least favourite of those four family members, but I still thought she was very good as well. I just think maybe she could have been written slightly better. But yeah, that's really all I'm gonna say for the characters. There were some that could have been used a bit more. Some of them could be written a bit better. But I think overall the characters, well, most of the characters I thought were pretty good in this film, and some of them I thought were even better than good. So now we'll talk about the villains in the film. There is one of them, but it didn't really appear in the trailers, so I'm not sure if it's spoilery talking about him, so we won't. So we'll just talk about Taskmaster, who I thought was a very intriguing character. I thought they were a great opponent to Black Widow, and I thought they were a pretty good villain. I just think it was a bit of an underutilized character, which we'll talk more about Taskmaster in the bad for the film. And now we'll talk about the casting. I thought that the cast is great. I don't think there's any characters that could have been played by any better people. Um, and it was great to see some of these people with a Russian accent because they don't have them. And I think it is great to see people doing accents that isn't theirs. I do find that great to see, especially if it's done very well. And I also really like the relationships as well. I really like the relationship between Black Widow and her family, with the Red Guardian, Yelena and Milena. And yeah, I just thought she had a really great relationship with them. You could tell they were having um, just a lot of fun playing those characters, and they probably had a lot of laughs and just had a lot of fun together as a family in the film. And I really enjoyed the relationship between her and Elena the most. But I did like the relationship with her and the whole family probably about the same anyway. So I thought that the relationships were done very well in this film, and I also thought that it was very funny as well. I wasn't expecting it to be as funny as it was. It looked a lot more serious in the trailers, but I thought that the whole film can be a bit serious at times, but I wouldn't say the whole film's serious. There were a lot of funny parts in the film. There were some parts that I thought were nearly hilarious to me, and I also thought the film was paced very well. There were a couple of slow parts, but I think you're going to get that with most of the MCU films. But I still thought it was paced rather well. And now let's move on to the bad for the film. So I've got quite a bit to mention about the bad, so let's just get started with it. So I thought the timing for the film wasn't that great. It should have been made 5 years ago. I think it should have been made in 2016, either after Captain America Civil War or after Doctor Strange. That's when it should have been released, and it wouldn't have rated it any higher for me with the film. Maybe a little bit higher, but I just feel like the timing is a little bit frustrating. It just feel a bit weird being released now in 2021 when I feel like it should have been released in 2016. Um, I also thought it was quite violent in a few parts. Definitely go if you are 12 and over, but really this could have easily been a 15, but there's never been any MCU films that are 15, so I can understand why you couldn't do it for this one. I thought that Taskmaster could have been better by being in the film more and not being marketed very much. Not as much. I just think that Taskmaster was using the trailers too much. It made me think that Taskmaster was going to be in the film a lot more than they were. So it isn't a big deal though. I was just expecting to see more of Taskmaster, find out more information about the character, and just more fight scenes with Taskmaster would have definitely made the film better for me. I also thought that Black Widow could have been written as a more likable character, which I said in the good for the film. Um, it isn't Scarlett Johansson's fault. It's a material she was given. It's and the other main characters just seem a bit more interesting than her. They had a lot more moments to shine. I thought. Um, I just thought the other characters were just. I wouldn't say. I'm trying to figure out the right word, but I just felt like they were just a lot. They had a lot bigger personalities. So Black Widow did get overshadowed a bit with a few of the characters. But now let's move on to the verdicts for the film. So I would recommend it for people who like Marvel action films and for people who like the Black Widow character. And I do feel that this is a great film. Do I love it? I'm not sure. But I'm going to rate it an 8 out of 10. And that's it for the latest MCU film for review for, which is Black Widow. I'm looking forward to what the next film in the MCU will be. And we'll watch this one again. Probably just not anytime soon. But I'll definitely watch it on Disney Plus. So if you've got Disney Plus and you're not really that sure, not really sure whether you want to watch the film or not, definitely wait until it's on Disney Plus to watch. At the moment, it's on Premiere Access. On Disney Plus, so you have to pay for that. But eventually, it will be something that is free on Disney Plus. You just have to pay for the Disney Plus membership to watch it. But that's all I'll say for this movie review. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And on Thursday, I'll be doing a trailer reaction to the Marvel What If Disney Plus show. So if you want to see my reaction to that, I'll be watching that on Thursday. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Excelsior and ciao.